Good morning. This is Dr. J.P. coming to you today to talk about domestic violence. It is October 2025, and I wanted to share some progress. Okay. When I first started, I live in the state of South Carolina. When I first started the ministry in 2010, South Carolina was in the top five. Now we have moved down, and I believe we're in the top 17. So, which means we have made some progress um, with dealing with domestic violence. It is more advertised now, and more people pay attention. The sun is coming out, it's early morning, so I may have some shadows. Just please bear with me today. South Carolina records an average of 32,563 cases of intimate partner violence each year. In 2023, there were 55 domestic violence homicides in South Carolina. 76.4% of homicide cases are gunshots, which are listed as the primary cause of death. The average age for domestic violence homicides is around 40. South Carolina ranked in the top 10 for 23 to 25 years for the most men murdering women in the state. Now ranks at 17th in the nation in terms of household firearms and ownership rates. Now, as a business major, this is important to me. It says the estimated annual losses for domestic violence in South Carolina reached 358 million when economic impacts from loss of productivity are combined with costs of response. And I wanted to just press that issue because I think that most people look at domestic violence and they say, one, well, why did she even stay? Why did he stay? But they also don't understand the impact on families. Nobody is born and make the decisions that they want a life of being mistreated. And excuse me, in many cases, people get into these relationships at a young age and they stay in them. And people say, well, why do they stay? Well, there's many reasons to stay. I think most of it is just the illusion that things aren't as bad as you think they are. And I have done many videos about this where I talk about the different dynamics that could put someone in that situation. I am happy that more organizations have decided to fight in the fight for fairness and protection of women and children. Also, what I want to add was that with the cuts in the economy, I want to encourage those that are donors to please don't stop. There have been so many budget cuts, and with these budget cuts, folks have lost funding. And without funding, people are homeless. Believe it or not, with cuts in the food subsidies, there's a need there as well. So I'm not going to get into a whole lot today because I don't want a long drawn out video, but I do want to encourage you to understand that domestic violence occurs across the whole United States. It is not limited to a particular state. It is nationwide. So I won't say the U.S. You are free to Google it and, read up on it yourself. Most people aren't interested because you really don't understand why people stay. In the United States, about 1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men experience several physical violence the severe physical violence, sexual violence, and are stalking by an intimate partner. Annually, intimate partner violence results in over 1,500 deaths and significant economic costs, estimated to be over 8 billion for medical and mental health services alone. Factors such as presence of a gun increase the risk of homicides by, believe it or not, 500%. 500%. That's a lot. Uh, by gender, 1 in 3 women and 1 in 9 men experience severe intimate partner physical violence, intimate partner sexual violence, or stalking. Annual incidents: around 12 million people are victims of rape, physical violence, or stalking by an intimate partner each year, equating to about 24 people per minute. Teen dating violence: 1 in 3 teens experience dating violence each year. Now, what I also want to show too, loss of work. Okay, victims lose approximately 8 million days of paid work each year, which is equivalent to over 32,000 full-time jobs. Fatalities: domestic violence is responsible for about 1,500 deaths annually. Over half of female homicide victims are killed by a current or former male intimate partner. But again, social impact. Economic costs: the annual national cost of medical and mental health services related to acute domestic violence is more than 8 billion. The lifetime economic cost of the United States population is estimated to be $3.6 trillion. That's economic. So I wanted to just focus on that today, on this particular video, because I want folks to understand that it's just not somebody else's business. It's all of our business. It affects our nation and our communities economically, but also socially. Okay. It affects productivity. It affects mental morale. So if you see something, say something. Don't let it go. If you have a favorite agency, whether it be food bank, or a domestic violence association, organization, give. With all of the cuts, people are operating at some 50% of their normal capacity. So if you can give, if you're not sure who to give to, go to my website, jpintheministry.com. I have organizations that I network with that help with those are at risk. Please watch some of my videos, because the way I fund my organization, which is Beauty for Actress Outreach Inclusively, is through my books, whatever speaking engagements I can get, whatever I can do is how I fund mine. Because of lack of funds, I do more networking than anything else. But I do have opportunities to help, lots of them, and I can also use the donations. October, domestic violence awareness. Domestic violence creates stress. Stress is one of the contributes. It contributes to cancer and many other issues. But once again, like and subscribe to my channel. This is Dr. J.P. Have a blessed and awesome day, and don't forget to give.